love cornerstone. And the parks a lot.
Do your daughters know how cool you are?
Dad's great now.
Have they seen the?
I showed on right away. I'm so cringy.
I almost commented like, Gavin, has Lauren seen this?
Not too fun.
I showed it to
I
Gavin.
am always and forever.
Like, hey, maybe like us old people will make it uncool.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the 6 hours.
He like made a comment.
So yeah. No, I was like 2 9. Yeah. It's and they. Yeah. It honestly, it was great. We had you and I Band-Aid. I don't pay to hear about that. So it was honestly helped. So I wasn't like crazy invested or as invested as I would be if that would have been way worse. It still sucked, but I like wasn't. I got to see bits and pieces of it. It's just you know, the fact that Iowa in the final, few minutes brought it down like 97-yard or whatever it was, and scored like what's the last time Iowa's done that? And then of course we still lose. I know.
Oh, okay. Well, we still need to stop because we're doing so we can go.
Yeah, it's like what they had to do. Oh, that was perfect. You could, you can't even blame it on the defense on half. Like, that was just
But
every other play is just chunk here, and it's like they're right now.
basically run it for 11 yards and pass it for 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Every once in a while. Oh, maybe.
Maybe we think there's a chance. Well, I don't typically follow basketball a lot, but I know since we're doing coaching stuff, I'm paying a little more attention to it. It could be interesting. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try and win's a win, I guess. Is he really? It's more than it's off. Pull it up. Not because it's
Yeah, but I see what you mean. Like, where I think
I can.
Could I see the TV?
left side down.
To keep you from fighting?
Yep, we got, we just had that day today. And then we have a concert week for today for 5th grade. Just for the 5th. And then, yeah, they're just doing pop. And that's the most basic.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's not great, but the parents like it, and, so we'll do that. 5, 6 together, and then we'll have 7, 8 high school on December 15th.
I know.
Yeah.
If it ends up being you, this is how.
Yes. A few times.
Monday, December 1st, like playing Loud Concert.
The true like trumpet mentality. I'm kind of. It depends on the situation. I would say so. She is the jazz rock, but yeah, she's. Yeah. She knows what she's doing, but yeah, she's just very set. She's. Yeah, she's good to go. They're happy to go. Oh yeah. Nothing is gonna change. Nothing is gonna change. Today she's been better than previous. There's been other days the past week or two where she's like, yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I had nightmares where it's like, I call a song.
Oh yeah. I just know this brings all the
much for coming to our fall middle school band concert. If I haven't gotten to meet you yet, my name is Jada Hobsa. I'm the new 6/8 band director here, and it has been absolutely great start to the year. I've absolutely loved working with these kids and getting to know them, and they have loved getting to know this music. So they have put on a great show. They're going to do great tonight, and they've been working incredibly hard, so it means a lot that you've been here tonight. So the first song that you just heard was called Dragon Slayer. Obviously, it was pretty intense, a great way to start. The next piece that we're going to be playing is called Music, 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 which is very different. It was actually written in 1949, and so they've actually really liked bringing that vintage energy to the stage tonight. And they're going to do a great job, so I hope you enjoy Music, Music, Music. Is called Tyrannosaurus Rocks. This song is super fun. You're going to hear a lot from our low brass section and from our bass drum. They have a basically like repeating melody the whole time, so hopefully you hear that. Something else that you're going to hear, which is really interesting, is what the composer thinks a T-Rex would sound like. So you're going to hear Charlie and Bree play a not-so-real instrument called the tyrannophone. So hopefully you hear that at the end, but we hope you enjoy T-Rex Rocks. is kind of inspired by Latin American music. You're going to hopefully hear claves and some other instruments playing a basic clave rhythm that is found in a lot of Latin American music. So I really hope you enjoy our song called Samba La Bamba. Okay, so before we wrap up the 6th grade portion of our concert, we'll be playing a song called Midnight Mission, which actually has a little bit of history behind it with our band. So this was the first song I passed out to them at the very beginning of the year. And they were having a little bit of a hard time getting the style right. So it's supposed to be kind of spooky, kind of sneaky. And we were having a little bit of a hard time with that. So I decided to create a Mad Lib that we were going to create together. And I found out that a lot of these kids didn't know what a Mad Lib was. So you're welcome, they do now. We're good. So we did create a Mad Lib together, and I'm going to read it for you. It's a little silly, but it helps them get into character, and I hope it does for you too. So, this is their story that we wrote together. It was exactly midnight when the band of secret agents gathered, and our mission was to rescue the legendary magical hot dog, which had been stolen by the evil Maddie. And without it, all of the guavas in the entire world would have been ruined forever. So our band crept through the big hallways of the villain's palace on Mars. The music was very ghoulish and hairy, just like our careful arms as we crawled across the floor. But suddenly, oh no, we were spotted by an army of giant blobfishes, and they made a loud scream and chased us. The music grew crazy and chunky as we ran, dodging flying McDonald's bags and leaping over piles of doctors. We ducked into the secret bathtub, and the music got quiet again. Our heads shook as we tried not to run. But finally, we found the magical hot dog. And with one last burst of confused energy, the music got quiet again. And the music ended with screaming, 6, 7! As we shouted, mission slept. All right, so before we wrap up the 6th grade portion, thank you again for being here. This is Midnight Mission. It will be a little bit of a brief intermission as they find their way into the seats and the 7th and 8th grade find their way up here. So, I hope you enjoy Midnight Mission. 8th grade portion of the concert. The first song that you guys are going to hear is called Brace for Impact. This was the first song that I handed out to them, and they've been doing a great job with it. You have maybe seen this band perform one other time. We performed at the homecoming parade as well, a couple months ago now, but they have been doing a great job in their transition to concert band season. It was fun to be able to do both. So yeah, we're in full concert mode, and our first song will be Brace for Impact. I hope you enjoy. All right, so that's a way to start off the thing. You also heard, that I meant to say, you heard a little timpani solo from Leighton Anderson back there. She did a great job with that. All right, so the next song we're going to be playing is called March Phantasma. This is a very hard song that I chose to pass out. It has a lot of tricky rhythms, a lot of tricky notes. So if your student ever came home and was like, Mrs. Hobsa's evil, she's making us play this really hard song, I hate it so much, it's probably this one. They did learn a lot from it though. They learned a lot of new rhythms, a lot of new notes, so it was good. But this is the last time they have to play it. So that's good. Anyways, this song is going to be called March Phantasma, and I hope you enjoy. Our next song is called Colliding Visions, and it starts off with kind of a slow section and also ends with kind of a slow section, which is, ironically, much harder to play slow and soft than it is to play loud and fast. So it's been really great to work on this song with them for that purpose. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Colliding Visions. All right, so before we wrap up our concert with the last song, I have a couple quick thank yous to give. Firstly, I really wanted to thank our great administration here. They have done just such a wonderful job making me feel really at home. They're always willing to help out, whether that's watching the kiddos in the choir room while the other kids are performing, or just lending a helping hand whenever. It's so important to a band program to have great administration, and we're very lucky to have it here. So thank you to those people. Also, thanks to the custodians who clean up after all these guys. The band room is not a small task to clean, and they do a great job. I also really want to thank the rest of my music colleagues, so Dan Cooper and Tim Baird. They're out here somewhere, but they have been just so lovely to work with. They are great coworkers, they're very fun, and they're also amazing teachers. So I feel very lucky to be in a school that has that. They've just supported me all the way, and they have been great. Lastly, thank you to all of you for showing up for your kid or for your student or just to be here. It means a lot to the band program to see this many faces, so thank you for being here. And thank you to all of the students who performed tonight. They've all been working so hard on this music, and they did a lovely job. So our last song that we are playing is called Metalheads. It's very aggressive. It's a great way to go. You're going to hear some fun percussion instruments, specifically a couple sets of metal bowls. kind of lives up to the name of Metalheads. So we hope you enjoy Metalheads. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night, and congratulations to the kids. Nice job. Have a great night.
I haven't heard you guys play a single song yet. For sure. I know.